Hola, bienvenido a mi canal, me llamo Nico, soy de los Estados Unidos, aprendo español ahorita y hoy voy a reaccionar a la historia de España. Es 4 minutos, así que no sé cómo va a decir la historia de España en 4 minutos, pero necesito aprender más de la historia de España porque no sé nada. Es la verdad, solo conozco que tuvieron una una guerra adentro de ellos en lo, antes de World War One, creo que. ¿Y qué más? ¿Qué más? Tiene un dictator, creo que, Franco. Su nombre fue Franco. Y también que los árabes, los moors, ocuparon España por creo que 80 años. Es todo, no sé nada más. Ah, Así que vamos a ver qué puedo aprender. Dime si estos güeyes son equivocados.
The earliest record of hominids living in the Western Europe was found in Spain, 1.2 million years ago. The earliest record of hominids living in the Western Europe was found in Spain, 1.2 million years ago. Before the Roman conquest, the major cultures in Spain were Iberians in the east, the Celts in the interior and northwest, the Lusitans in the west, and the Carthaginians in the southwest. The Greeks are responsible for the name Iberia, apparently after the river Ebro. The Roman Empire conquered the peninsula in 19 BC. Romans named the entire Iberian peninsula Hispania, which was the name used from 2nd century BC. The people from this land were very influenced by the Roman culture. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, parts of Hispania came under the rule of some Germanic tribes, such as Vandals or Visigoths. The Visigothic kingdom conquered all of Hispania and ruled it until the early 8th century. When the peninsula fell to the Muslim conquests, the Muslim state in Iberia came to be known as Al-Andalus. The Muslim invasions led to the Christian process of Reconquista, which was from 8th to 15th century. After the Reconquista process was done, the kingdoms of Spain were united under Habsburg rule in 1516 that unified the crown of Castile and the crown of Aragon and some smaller kingdoms.
Tan rápido. Oí esos Habsburgs, pero no sé quién es.
The kingdoms of Spain were united under Habsburg rule in 1516 that unified the crown of Castile and the crown of Aragon and some smaller kingdoms under the same rule. At the same time, the Spanish Empire began since the very discovery of America in 1492, marking the beginning of the Golden Age of Spain, building a huge overseas empire. From 1500s to 1650, Habsburg Spain was the most powerful state in the world. During this period, Spain was involved in all major European wars. In the later 17th century, however, Spanish power began to decline, being marked by the War of the Spanish Succession, which happened because of the death of the last Habsburg ruler. After the Bourbon dynasty came in, Spain never regained its former strength. The beginning of the 19th century met Spain unprepared for war. The Spanish army was easily defeated by Napoleon, and then they aligned with the revolutionary French. The former Spanish king Ferdinand was dethroned by Napoleon, who put his own brother on the throne. After Napoleon was defeated,
Sabía eso.
Ferdinand was restored as a king. Because Spain was at war with Great Britain between 1798 to 1808, the British Navy cut off its ties to its colonies. Then the colonies had achieved economic independence from Spain, seeking their full independence. After multiple revolutions, Spain lost all of its North and South American colonies except Cuba and Puerto Rico. The Spanish-American War happened in 1898, and afterwards Spain lost Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Guam. By 1900, Spanish tried to re-establish their stability, but they failed. Instability was one of the reasons for not being involved in World War I, and in 1936 a civil war broke out. The war ended in a
Civil War fue
nationalist
después.
dictatorship led by Francisco Franco, which controlled the Spanish government until 1975. This country was
The Spanish flu fue antes de la guerra del mundo I y después fue el Civil War y después la guerra del mundo II. Ok, creo que entiendo.
wasn't involved in World War II, but it supported Germany and Italy. After Franco's death, Spain returned to Bourbon constitutional monarchy headed by Prince Juan Carlos. It became a member of NATO in 1982 and one of the European Community members in 1986. The economic crisis from 2007 hit Spain so hard, ending their 10 years of good economic growth. Even if today this country is not so powerful as it was back in the day, their past actions influenced the world enough, may I say. Spain has a population of more than 40 million people now, but on the entire world more than 480 million people are speaking this language.
Es una locura para mí que California tiene 40 millones de personas y España tiene... California tiene... Yo soy de California y California tiene las números de personas que países tiene. Creo que California tiene más gente que Colombia, Argentina, quizás de España cuando contar nuestros amigos, la gente que no tiene citizenship aquí, quizás es 50 millones. No importa, pero esto fue La verdad, ya conozco o ya sé muchas de estas cosas, pero ahora tengo el order, la siguiente, algo así, pero esto aquí, la próxima vez aquí, la próxima... So entiendo el order ahora.
Language. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.
Fue el último del video. Sí, fue chingón. Gracias, Knowledgia, el canal. Pues vas a suscribirte a estos güeyes. Pero es el último del video. Dime en los comentarios más información sobre la historia de España. Y es el último del video. Chao, mis chinitos.